quoting you.
No, you're quoting me correctly.
Okay. So I wonder, I mean, with everything being said of, like, photography, YouTube, like, in terms of, like, all of these other creative endeavors, how is this different? Like how, because, I mean, obviously to you, not even obviously, I'm sorry.
So you can make it obvious.
Because you've been a part of all of these different tribes.
Sure.
How do you know that this one is the one for you?
Well, okay,
I didn't let her make a choice, Delia. Just like you, I roped her in and I dragged her.
You're so good at that.
Yeah. Damn you, Amy Jordan.
I just want to hang out with strong, dynamic women.
There you go.
So I force it.
You're so good at that.
Well, no, I can say 100% for sure that the feelings that I get and got initially hanging around comedians and people of the new movement was unlike anything that I had experienced previously, and that the other groups or subgroups that I had been a part of, I always kind of had one foot in and one foot out and didn't feel like I was completely in it, you know? So I was an incredibly shy child, didn't have many friends, I think I had like 4 friends through elementary school. And, like my birthday parties were the kind of parties that my mom would invite the entire class and 3 or 4 people would come. And well, except for like my younger parties where I had like big cakes and stuff. Cause it's like, you go to a birthday party, you get the tote bag and that's good. But in in high school, no one knew who I was. I was just kind of around and like on the periphery of things and what have you. And so I didn't have that that sense of like these are my friends, this is my friend group very solidly at any point in my adolescence. And I think that definitely affected like how adult Malia took to like joining groups and stuff. I, had a couple of friends here and a couple of friends here in high school and didn't fully commit to any of them. I was always just kind of like, oh, she hangs out sometimes kind of person, who never talked. And, you want to use a squeakier door window, maybe?
What did you just
say? You want to do a squeakier door window.
Good burn, Malia.
I'm the one who's
great burn. I want to say I am sufficiently burned.
Yeah, I burned him good. That's the 3 beers I've had in the last 2 hours.
I'm just like looking at the 3 things I just put into me. I was like,
had 2
that was
beers.
bad. Why did I do that? What the fuck am I thinking? That's not enough.
I had
for a
2 beers
person.
in the hour before I came here, and then I had another beer while we've been talking. So
There's water in the fridge.
and I don't
if you
usually
need it.
drink a whole lot. So and I drink slowly over a long
Just
period
like
of time.
whiskey and magic little vials, like you're a gummy bear.
Whiskey so much.
Whiskey's good.
But back to what I was saying before someone came in.
Please,
Squiggly. Squiggly. No, so I wasn't fully a part of anything for a long time. If we're being honest here, because no one's going to listen to this in my family, even my family, because I'm the oldest kid, but my parents didn't know what to do with me. So, my mom was like homecoming queen, and my dad was like the cool like surfer guy. And I was this, like, introverted, I don't like to talk to people, shy child. And, like, I was their first kid, and they were relatively young when they had me, so it was just kind of like...
How young?
My mom was 25. Dad was 28. Like, not too
Regular
young.
people age.
I feel like when I was 25, I was like, no, I can never have
Yeah, but that's a different generation. At the time when they had you
sure.
in the 80s, that was totally...
Yeah.
They were practically old maids.
Yeah, that was normal at that time.
My mom had me at 30 in the 70s. She was crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, so like...
So yeah, totally normal.
Relating to that in my life has been kind of weird, but...
Totally.
And also I was the first child in their families, like first grandchild on both sides.
Oh my god.
So that I didn't have,
too.
yeah, so I didn't have any they didn't have any
pressure.
cousins or like any experience, and I came out completely different from them. My personality was just, like, they were all both very outgoing, and very like sports related, and I just like to draw in the corner and like watch Ninja Turtles. But so like even within and then my brother and sister came along and they were like just like my parents. So yeah. And so that, you know, I felt very other even within my own family. So you know, like I get interested in stuff and I try a lot of things, and I was really interested in photography. And even, like, you know, I planned to go to art school, and I, like, got a scholarship, and I went there, and I lived, you know, away from my family for the first time. And, like, I did very well at that school. Like, I graduated, it's art school, so, like, graduating summa cum laude, like, really, is that anything?
You got the most smiley face.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Everyone,
it's hard to know.
I feel like because it is art school, the fact that maybe like you went, you finished, you completed things, maybe like means a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
who knows? I didn't go to college.
Yeah.
See, I dropped out. So, no. See, Yamina.
She left me so hanging.
Yamina high fives herself. So, like, we just were scared
I'm
to
just
go
gonna-
in on your own thing. Who?
Who's that? I love Yamina so much. But anyway,
nobody's gonna be mad if we talk about Yamina because it will be weeks between the episodes. So they
fuck
won't
Yamina,
hear.
but also I love her very much and respect her.
Yeah, she's lovely. As are you.
But no, so when I went to art school for photography, I did very, very well, but I didn't feel like I fit completely. Like, it's art school. People were real pretentious and, like, you know, we're talking about authors of books I'd never even heard of, and, like, you know, I always kind of had a sense of humor about everything that I was doing. And I brought that to my work too. That's like was a big part of the series that I did back a couple of years ago. But yeah, like I kind of I was like doing it, and I was putting a lot of effort into all the things that I was doing, and I was pursuing a career. But at the same time, I was interested in a lot of other things and pursuing other things, and was just kind of like, okay, I'm doing this, and it'll be good, and I'm really passionate about it, but I'm also doing this over here. And YouTube, I kind of fell into by accident / out of boredom, because I was living in Paris, and I was in a French suburb, or a Parisian suburb, just far enough outside of the city to where I couldn't go in during the day because I was an au pair. And so basically for the week, I was stuck at this house for like 6 hours during the day, where, you know, there's only like one boulangerie down the street in like a park. So I'd like go on a run, and they'd be like, okay, what the fuck else am I doing with my day? And I can't do anything without like pursuing a project or an interest. Like, I just can't. So French TV sucks something awful. It's just all dubbed American TV shows.
You never hear about French TV.
It sucks something awful's why. It's, you know, listen, if my French friends are listening to this, I am sorry, but they know French TV sucks something awful.
They've got pretty good porn, I'll be honest with you.
Listen,
very classy stuff.
porn in general,
I spent
bar
some
very
time
high?
in a
Who's judging porn?
hotel, and the only channel that worked was the porn channel. Though, to be honest, everything was just so sexy in France. It could have
They're all
been
pretty.
the home shopping channel.
They're
for
a
all we know.
beautiful, sexy people. I made out with a lot of folk. And hashtag
They
banged.
hated us. We
really?
were in the hotel that we were at because we were in Paris, tried to look around. We got kicked out of 2 places for being American, so we just left.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you attempt to speak the French language?
No.
That's why.
Yeah.
They get... So, my first time in France when I was 18, I made a very conscious effort to... And this was also pre-smartphone, so I had, like, my book, and I made a very conscious effort to speak French, because I had taken French in high school, and I was like, I'm going to speak French. So everywhere I went, I was, like, looking at my book and trying my best in my shitty accent, and then people were just, like, so taken that I was trying it all, they went out of their way to help me. And that, like, the French are very, very proud of their language. And they hate that no one even tries. So if you even, like, acted like you were trying, like, they would have bent over backwards for you. And I make a habit out of every country that I visit to at least learn, like, 10 basic phrases and try my damnedest. to speak.
The French don't give a shit about consonants, man. There's so many ignored letters in the French language.
Mais je ne sais pas, c'est parce que c'est pas difficile, c'est juste comme ça, tu peux parler, ce n'est pas un problème.
Each one of those words could have had 40 like D's in the middle of it, and you just glaze over them. Like, the only reason I say that is because I learned German, and they care.
Oh, they care about
They
consonants, something awful.
Yeah, every syllable is like blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And like, I was just like, it's so inefficient to just have all these words with letters you're not even fucking acknowledging.
But pretty. Like,
oh no, it is. It sounds so much better than German.
And I mean, you know, there is definitely value in beauty.
Oh, absolutely.
Which, you know, efficiency is
almost.
great, but also you got to pair that with beauty, which I think the French language definitely leans more beautiful, whereas German is all efficient.
Oh, yeah. No, it's about getting the information out there.
And Italian.
Hey.
I don't know how efficient German is, let's be honest.
Well, it's like Slavic languages are the most efficient. Like Russian and things like that, because it's cold and we gotta get the fuck inside. Shut up.
We don't have time to talk!
Yeah, like German is
like
just
things like Japanese or Korean, where all they do is change the tone and say it twice, and it means like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the store and then pick up some stuff, and it's like, huh? And you're like, what the fuck? Like, it's like they accomplish so much with the change of tone.
Oh yeah, like
Thai does the same thing.
They have what is it, like words that mean like very specific things.
like Schadenfreude, like
Earworm.
Pleasure.
Earworm's my favorite English translation of a German word. Earworm?
Yeah.
It's like when you get a song stuck in your
Oh
head.
yeah.
Also,
they're like Schadenfreude. Like they do that. Like
trip.
it's kind of like I don't know. The word, like the language is set up in a way that it's almost like Legos, and you can just take these things like.
And I think like that's where the efficiency comes from, right? I mean, being able to.
It's bricks that their language is made out of, as opposed to like beautiful clouds.
Yeah.
like the French language.
Clouds.
You're like very like it's. I don't know. It's just as pretty to hear as it is to say. Where like German's just like I don't know. It's just so. It's just trying to get the fucking idea across, you know, like real quick. Like, we're not.
The worst part is English is the exception to every rule and every bullshit, and also we live so entirely in slang that we'd be lucky that any person that comes to this goddamn country knows what we're talking about.
Like English is Germanic and based.
Day to day, the words change that people use.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane.
Dude, savage. I keep seeing like kids like saying, "Man, this dude is a savage," and like, well, I've been watching a lot of World Star videos.
Okay.
I'm learning things.
All right.
World Star.
World Star. Yeah, I love it because like every time somebody's filming some shit going on, World Star.
Yep. They know.
World Star Hip Hop is a website, and
know.
they just have the best Vine compilations. It's normally they're broken up into 3 bits. Normally, it's like funny fails and fist fights.
Yeah.
And then awesome basketball stuff, like dudes like dunking or cool alley oops, and then butts.
Lots of butts.
Like every video is about 16 minutes long. It's a bunch of vines and it's 3 acts.
Yeah.
I am not the target audience for World Star.
You should check it out.
Yeah, you should.
No, it's
no
good.
No, all of that sounded like the worst thing.
Fist
you
fights.
learn stuff.
Yeah,
fist fights like you're not.
It's cathartic.
Yeah, like high school kids beating the shit out of each other in a cul-de-sac. You know,
some of them deserve it.
Yeah, they're little shit.
Yeah, you see them
Guys,
like,
can I be honest? I'd rather beat someone to shit with my own fists than watch other people beat each other with fists.
Yeah.
I don't care about their fight in any way. I don't have, I'm not interested in where it's going there.
Yeah.
You don't think like the one good thing.
would love to take this and murder a person with it. This fist.
Yeah.
If someone filmed me getting the shit kicked out of me, I think I'd feel better because at least some people smiled about it.
Yeah, agreed.
It's just
You brought some laughter to the world.
You brought some smiles to the world.
It's okay that I don't like it. You can still like
I would
it.
like
yeah, that's fine. I guess I just
Hold on.
I just don't want you to shoot it down before you see it.
You gotta try it.
It's so silly.
It's visceral.
Can I tell you how I've
Visceral
never
is what
seen
World
any of the
Star
Jackass movies and I've no interest in any way?
Oh, well, that's fine.
Like,
because
I
you don't want to see a lot of butt stuff. That's
I understand and appreciate the fact that, like, you
not
know what you want and you
Jackass
don't.
2,
Like, I'm not gonna waste my time watching it. I know that I don't like it.
Sucks.
I I understand that to a degree, but then the other part of me just thinks like, oh, but just watch it because it's so like at least to just get it like.
Well, I will watch a video tonight and I will show it to my husband, and he'll probably spend the next 10 weeks making it his video of the week on nudes and beer.
Hey,